Good morning, everyone. President Khoury, thank you for really distilling the essence of what MSFEA is all about. You did it better than I could, I think, and I used to think I could do it well. It's truly a pleasure to welcome you all, our faculty, colleagues, students, staff, and the families of our honorees, and most of all, our distinguished alumni to this special celebration. Where are the families? Can you please raise your hands? I just want to see some of you. Mr. Shartouni, welcome. I came here as a junior faculty member about 25 years ago, just under 25 years ago. When I'd enter campus, the good people in the protection office used to stop me because we used to be able to drive and park on campus in those days. They used to stop me and ask me who my father was. How come I'm driving onto campus? I must be a student. No one makes that mistake anymore today. But I did end up raising two children on this campus. One is now off to college and another is on her way very shortly. I never expected or thought that I'd be the dean of this faculty one day. I never thought I'd still be at the university, even 5 years, much less 25 years later. And I mention all this because Jason, future president of the Republic, I think, Jason had his first child a little more than 3 weeks ago while he was in the middle of planning this conference. Of course, his spouse had the child, but he shared. So congratulations, Jason. But this place grew on me over time, and it very quickly grew on me. The students grew on me, some of whom are being honored today. I remember some of them as students, believe it or not, more than one, not just the young alum. And I found that doing this kind of work was deeply meaningful in Lebanon. And I have zero regrets for planting roots here in this unbelievable institution, in this unbelievably beautiful patch of this earth. We move forward no matter what. It's who we are. It's what we do. And I've said that over and over. I've said that in the most challenging of times, and I continue saying that now. Today, we honor graduates who've gone on to do extraordinary things in the world, but whose journeys started right here. Among them are architects shaping city skylines, a designer preserving the artistic heritage of the Arab world, engineers building the future of energy, infrastructure, and manufacturing, and helping transform how global industries approach sustainability. One helped deliver the Riyadh Metro, one of the largest infrastructure projects in the world, and among the most impactful recognized globally for its scale and its vision. These are not just impressive careers, they're stories of perseverance and innovation with purpose. At a time when higher ed is being attacked, it's worth remembering what institutions like ours really stand for. We are, in the words of Michael Crow, friend of the president, friend of AUB, in the words of Michael Crow, we are knowledge enterprises. We produce and democratize knowledge, we enhance social mobility, and we advance the public interest. That's it. That's in a nutshell what we are, that's why we're here, and that's what we do. Our honorees today are evidence of that mission at its best. They show us that universities are not places to be feared or undermined, but places where possibility begins and where society itself is strengthened. Our students that are here today, these honorees once sat where you sit now. It was actually a different room than this, but it was the same purpose. Their paths weren't always straight or certain, but they show us that what becomes possible with hard work, community, and courage. Let them be a source of inspiration to you. To our staff, where are our staff? I saw several of them. To our staff and faculty, your role in these journeys is undeniable. Your guidance, your mentorship, and your belief in your students make moments like this possible. You are collectively and literally tending to the future well-being of our societies. To the families of our honorees, we know that these accomplishments didn't happen in a vacuum. Behind every achievement is a foundation of love and sacrifice, and this celebration today is your celebration too. And to our alumni, we are very proud. You've carried AUB's name into your fields with integrity and impact. We hope that this is not just a recognition, but a reconnection. A chance to come back into the fold, to mentor, to partner, to share your experience and open doors for those who are coming next. You are part of our story, and we are proud to be part of yours. So once again, to everyone, welcome. Thank you for being here and for all you continue to build and inspire. It is now my honor to begin reading the biographies of our distinguished alumni as we present each of them with a trophy in recognition of their achievements and their ongoing bond with this university. So, Jason, you have the clicker. First, we have Bassam Komati. We begin this morning's celebration by honoring Bassam Komati, a partner at the internationally renowned firm Raphael Vignoli Architects, where he has contributed to large-scale, complex projects across 4 continents. His first complex project, I have to say, was redesigning my lab in Wing C, a building that no longer exists, but I met him as a fresh graduate, and he did an amazing job at the time. Bassam earned his Bachelor of Architecture from AUB in 2003 and went on to complete his Master of Architecture at Harvard. He joined Raphael Vignoli Architects in 2006 and became a partner in 2019. For nearly 2 decades, he worked closely with Raphael Vignoli himself, helping lead the design evolution of major international projects and coordinating large interdisciplinary teams using advanced digital platforms. He currently serves as partner in charge of the National Medal of Honor Museum in Arlington, Texas, a major civic project he has overseen from competition through design, documentation, and construction coordination. His portfolio also includes the NYU Abu Dhabi campus, London's Battersea Power Station master plan, and major corporate and healthcare projects such as the 500,000 square foot office complex in Buenos Aires, and fast-track coordination for the Rockefeller University's River Campus and Penn's Perelman Center for Advanced Medicine. In addition to his professional work, Bassam contributes to the architectural field through public lectures and service on design juries at schools of architecture around the world. Please join me in recognizing Bassam Komati, recipient of the Distinguished Alumni Award in Architecture. Our next honoree, Joumana Medlij, is a Lebanese artist scholar whose work stands at the unique intersection of creative practice, historical research, and cultural preservation. A graduate of AUB's graphic design program in 2001, one of the first graduates, Joumana began her career in design, but soon found her true calling while working alongside master calligrapher Samir Sayegh in Beirut. The experience sparked a lifelong dedication to early Arabic calligraphy, especially the Kufi script, and launched her on a remarkable journey of rediscovery and reconstruction. Over the past 2 decades, Joumana has developed a body of work that is both artistic and scholarly. She has painstakingly studied primary historical sources, trained herself in period-accurate materials and techniques, and translated medieval ink-making treatises that have long been inaccessible even to specialists. She makes her own inks and paints using historical formulas and foraged materials, reviving not only the visual language of early Arabic scripts, but the material culture behind them. She teaches calligraphy at the Arab British Centre in London and regularly shares her research through talks, workshops, and exhibitions around the world. Her artworks and artist books can be found in public and private collections from California to the Middle East. Joumana is the author of Inks and Paints of the Middle East, the first comprehensive guide to the materials of early Islamic art, as well as Wild Inks and Paints and Stories of Abjad. Through her work, she bridges the gap between researchers and makers, bringing forgotten traditions into the present and opening new pathways for both scholarship and contemporary practice. Her work not only preserves a vital part of Arab visual heritage, it also reinvents how we engage with it, showing that the past is not static, but alive and evolving. Please join me in honoring Joumana Medlij with the Distinguished Alumni Award. Our next honoree, Joseph Daher, I met a few weeks ago, but I've known about for much longer than that, is a respected leader in the Saudi construction sector and the CEO of Al-Mabani, one of the kingdom's top-tier engineering and construction firms. His journey with Al-Mabani began in 1979, the same year he graduated from AUB with a degree in mechanical engineering. From site engineer to CEO, his career spans over 4 decades of leadership and innovation. Joseph has overseen the delivery of major infrastructure projects across aviation, transportation, and entertainment sectors. Among them is the Riyadh Metro, a landmark initiative and one of the largest urban transit projects in the world. As part of the BACS consortium, Al-Mabani was responsible for building nearly half of the metro, including complex underground works, an iconic KAFD station designed by Zaha Hadid, who is also formerly a student at AUB. In 2021, the Project Management Institute, which is a major society, a major body, it ranked the Riyadh Metro station, the Riyadh Metro, among the 7 most impactful infrastructure projects globally, recognizing its scale, ambition, and transformative impact on mobility in the region. Under Joseph's leadership, Al-Mabani has become known for its reliability, strategic partnerships, and contributions to Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030. In recognition of that, the Public Investment Fund, the PIF, became a shareholder in 2022, affirming Al-Mabani's role as a national champion. Please join me in honoring Joseph Daher with the Distinguished Alumni Award. The person in black who's handing me these trophies was the person not pictured. That's the director of our Marcoms team, Rima Ghannoum. Our next honoree, Nashat Salman, is a distinguished global executive with more than 2 decades of experience in engineering, operations, and corporate transformation. That doesn't sound very interesting, but believe me, it is. After earning his degree in electrical and computer engineering from AUB in 1997, he moved to Switzerland, where he began his international career with ABB, a global leader in power and automation technologies. At ABB, Nashat advanced through a variety of leadership roles, including project engineering, manufacturing, and marketing. He eventually led ABB's Regional Center of Renewable Energy in Italy and oversaw major initiatives in operations and supply chain transformation. In 2012, he earned an MBA from the University of Manchester, followed by executive training at IMD Lausanne, further strengthening his global leadership portfolio. Today, Nashat is the Director of Global Manufacturing and Quality at Hitachi Group, where he leads the company's strategy to enhance performance and sustainability across its vast industrial operations. His work contributes to advancing clean energy, digital infrastructure, and next-generation transportation systems in line with the demands of the 4th Industrial Revolution and the global green transition. But Nashat's impact doesn't end in the corporate world. He is also a passionate cultural advocate and a gifted artist. He co-founded the Anwar Salman Cultural Foundation, honoring the legacy of his father, the late poet Anwar Salman, and promoting Arab poetry and cultural heritage. He is also a trained composer, instrumentalist, and orchestrator with studies at the Berklee College of Music. And he has performed with both the Budapest and Qatar Philharmonic Orchestras. His career is a rare and inspiring blend of technical excellence, strategic leadership, and cultural creativity. Please join me in celebrating Nashat Salman, recipient of the Distinguished Alumni Award. Our next honoree, Hala Jamhouri, represents the next generation of engineers shaping a more sustainable world. Not to say that the previous honorees are finished with their careers by any stretch. She graduated from AUB in 2014 with a degree in chemical engineering and then pursued a master's in environmental engineering at ETH Zurich, one of Europe's top science and technology institutions. After completing her studies, Hala joined the United Nations, where she worked on environmental sustainability initiatives in both Geneva and Nairobi, contributing to global efforts on climate and environmental policy. She now serves as the environmental manager at Holcim. In her role within Holcim's Health, Safety, and Environment Division, Hala works to reduce the environmental footprint of industrial operations across the company's international portfolio, helping align corporate performance with climate goals and global sustainability standards. Still early in her career, Hala has already made an impact at the intersection of engineering, policy, and sustainability, and she continues to be a strong example of the kind of leadership our world needs. Please join me in recognizing Hala Jamhouri with the Young Alumni Award. Our next honoree, Nasreen Shartouni, is a senior leader in global infrastructure delivery with over 2 decades of experience managing complex projects across Europe, the United States, and the Middle East. Nasreen graduated from AUB in 2001, shortly after I joined, with a degree in civil and environmental engineering, and today she serves as a senior director of regional delivery and risk at Jacobs, where she oversees the execution of major transportation and infrastructure programs across the region. Before returning to the Middle East, Nasreen spent over a decade at Bechtel in the UK, where she served as chief construction engineer and held several leadership roles on Crossrail, Europe's largest infrastructure project. She was instrumental in developing delivery strategies and led the commercial directorate through a critical phase leading up to the opening of the Elizabeth Line. Nasreen is widely respected for her collaborative, inclusive leadership style and her ability to build high-performing teams in complex environments. She has been a strong advocate for safety, sustainability, and inclusive engineering, mentoring young professionals and encouraging more women and youth to pursue careers in the field. I should say also that Nasreen was very intent on breaking the glass ceiling in the construction industry. When she started her career, she insisted on being a site engineer, not in a design office, but actually on site and being present as a woman in what was then a very rare to see women industry. Her work continues to shape how large infrastructure is delivered with an emphasis on quality, equity, and long-term resilience. Please join me in honoring Nasreen Shartouni with the Distinguished Alumni Award. Perhaps before President Khoury leaves, we'll just take one photo with the alumni and the president, and then we will begin.